On the afternoon of April 23rd, the usual busy rhythm of the Kanpur District Court complex was shattered by a sudden, loud crash. Dozens of black-robed colleagues rushed toward the noise. They found 23-year-old Priyanshu Srivastava, a recent law graduate who practiced right there alongside his father, lying with fatal head injuries. He was rushed to Ormala Hospital, but doctors pronounced him dead on arrival. Everything changed when police examined his smartphone. A 2-page digital suicide note transformed the case into a harrowing record of systematic domestic abuse that had remained hidden for years. The letter contained a final, absolute command. No one should get a father like mine. My father should not even touch my dead body. Priyanshu and his father, Rajendra Kumar, shared a profession and a legal office. Behind that professional partnership, the 23-year-old was hiding a level of mental despair so deep that he chose to end his life rather than return home. Priyanshu's letter traces his suffering back to the age of 5 or 6. He spent nearly his entire life under a specific, calculated style of mental torture that began long before he entered the legal profession. At age 6, he drank mango juice without permission. His father stripped him naked and threw him out. This extreme childhood shame ensured every future interaction was colored by the fear of being cast out again. This threat of forced exposure became a recurring tool. His father used nakedness as a deliberate tactic to strip away Priyanshu's dignity, ensuring absolute compliance through the constant possibility of public humiliation. Priyanshu wrote that while parents should maintain discipline, his life was defined by a level of control that left him suffocated. He wanted the world to know how a home can slowly transform into a prison. By 2016, as Priyanshu entered the 9th grade, his academic choices were no longer his own. His performance in school became the primary justification for his father's aggression. His father gave him a choice: study computer science, a subject Priyanshu had no interest in, or face nakedness and eviction again. He chose the subject just to keep a roof over his head. Predictably, he struggled. His computer grades were poor, causing other marks to slip. His father responded with even more threats, promising to kick him out before his final high school results even arrived. The letter describes a surveillance state within the home. His father watched him with constant suspicion, constantly demanding an account for every single minute of his day, and frequently shaming him in front of their neighbors. Priyanshu used the word begaidat to describe his existence, a life without honor. He felt completely trapped in a loop of constant tracking and suspicion that made his professional success feel utterly meaningless. The decision he made at the courthouse was a final break from this system. After 2 decades of total surveillance, he chose a permanent exit from his father's control. Kanpur police are currently verifying the digital markers and handwriting of the letter to legally confirm familial dispute as the motive behind his death. Priyanshu was a trained advocate. He spent his days in courtrooms navigating the law and defending the rights of others. The tragedy lies in the fact that he was unable to secure basic safety for himself within his own family. Cases like this challenge the cultural normalization of toxic parenting. We often mistake extreme control for concern, allowing psychological assault to be rebranded as a strict upbringing. Priyanshu's story serves as a warning. When a household values academic compliance and total obedience over a child's mental health, the cost of that success can be a human life. A home is supposed to be a refuge from the world. When it becomes the primary source of trauma, the consequences are terminal.